Boys, girls, and everyone else, welcome back to another Destiny Rising video. In this one, we are talking about, well, the state of the game. And I don't mean like just the typical, oh, there's no content, state of the game. No, I mean, are we past the honeymoon phase of Destiny Rising? A lot of players are starting to get frustrated right now after Season 1 launched because A, it didn't feel like there was a lot of content with Season 1 that was really game-changing to the normal grind, but then also it felt like things that we got buffed weren't actually buffed. So we're going to talk about all that and what I think that we could do to maybe improve it from a suggestion standpoint. Again, I'm not a developer. I never have been. That is not what I do for a full-time job. Would be cool though. But again, I am a very positive person when it comes to my content. So I do want to share this sort of negative feeling that the community has because I do feel like as a content creator, it is my responsibility to bring attention to things that the community is upset by. So ultimately, we can move forward in the direction of having a better gaming experience for Destiny Rising. Again, that's how I like to focus my content is productive criticism wherever possible. I'm not going to sit here and like shake my fist and be like, I hate this game, because I don't. I love this game. I made a whole new channel for this game. And I'm loving the community that we're building together for this game. And we're growing and learning each other as well as the developers. So let's talk about the bad. Let's talk about what I think we could do to improve it. And well, let's get straight to it. So first things first, one thing that almost everyone is very, very frustrated by right now is the basic rewards. So if you're not using Pinnacle, the basic rewards don't feel rewarding enough. And we did go from a update. The first update said that we were basic line rewards were going to be better. Okay. So if we look at just, this is a Blitz, right? I think I'm in Blitz, right? Yeah, Blitz. So if you look at the Pinnacle rewards compared to the basic reward, so you get a 3% chance of an exotic down to a 1% chance, and look at all of these goodies that you're getting. You're not getting experience. You're not getting the weapon, the exotic chance at a weapon mod or a mythic mod. You're going to only get legendary mods. It is a guaranteed though. And you're not going to get these upgrade materials that you need like at all. So it doesn't feel good, which at first, the first few weeks of the game didn't feel like it was super punishing, but now we're at the point where you're pushing the acclaim and you do have to hit certain thresholds in order to upgrade your acclaim. Like right now, I don't want to say a lot of people. I think a lot of people are actually stuck at acclaim. I think it's 14 was the first like threshold. I think that's where a lot of people are probably at right now. So in order to get 15, you had to get a, what was it? You had to get a silver, you had to get 3 silver. There it is right there. So you had to get 3 silver. And that was the first time it was like, whoa, I have to actually get 3 characters. I have to basically pick my 3 mains that I want to level up in order to get to my next acclaim. So now, once you get past that, which is a big grind, and I made a few videos on that, and it's a big possibility of power increase past that point. But now the current server cap, as of today, it will change tomorrow, is going to be the acclaim level 18. So you can see that server cap is level 18. In order to get past level 18, not only do you need the acclaim experience, but you also need to have a character at gold. Okay, well, what are the requirements for character at gold? You have to have at least one character at 64,000 power. I'm free to play, which is free to pay. That's funny. Free to play, which is, and again, I know some people get frustrated that I say that, but I think it helps articulate where we are and what you need to do and how often you need to grind and what you need to grind, because I'm not there. There are obviously pay-to-play people that are going to be at this point and are going to do incredibly well at getting past this threshold. But going from where I need to have 3 hyper-focused heroes go up to silver to then silo focus on 1, it doesn't feel rewarding when I don't want to play 3 other characters or 2 other characters. I want to play my favorite character. And not only that, it's so punishing now if a new character comes to the game. So you can see I'm in a realm where I have 1 legendary hero, or I guess mythic hero, technically, mythic hero, and then 2 legendaries. That's it. I'm using the main starter hero Wolf as my top 3. If I wanted to level up Umiko or Estella, who I'm going to use my pity in order to get her. Think about the resources that I now have to re-engage into the game and basically slow down my game progression in order to get her into my top 3, let alone to be my main. That doesn't feel good. I'm also really close to hitting pity on getting just a legendary who's going to be either Yolder or Ningfei. And to be honest, I don't know which one I'm going to do there. Ningfei is so sick, but then so is Yolder. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a poll and you guys can vote for me on which ones I should pick. Maybe I'll make a video about that actually, because that's a whole nother topic. They're both sick. But anyway, it doesn't feel rewarding. So now, even in just this conversation, I'm telling you, I'm going to be changing 2 out of my 3 top heroes in terms of power, in terms of every resource I gave into them, I'm basically resetting that. And that's going to slow me down tremendously. But there is content in this game, and this is what people are getting frustrated by, that is going to require you to use different heroes outside of the one that you want to use, or you would say like your main. Again, as a Tan2 main, if I want to go to challenge mode and go to master activities, right? There are specific limits to characters that you can use. I cannot use my Tan2 on Sunspot at all. The Strike or the Blitz, I cannot use him. I have to use one of these 5 heroes. Looks like it's Wolf, that chick. Wait, can I just click on this and see them all? So yeah, it's Wolf, Fenala, Yolder, Estella, and Gwen. Okay, so 2 of these are draw heroes, and one of them is a mythic, and then the starter hero, right? Which is good. Like, don't get me wrong, that is a good option. But it's not if that's not who I want to play, I don't want to have to play him. You know what I mean? And that's for the Blitz, same for the Strike. And then if you go to Molten Overload, yes, now it opens up a little bit more. So now I can use Wolf, now I can use my Kabar, now I can use my Tan2, which I had to do today, by the way, which is why he doesn't have the energy. But again, it doesn't feel awesome, right? And this is going to keep changing. So it's going to change, and we can see what it's going to change into, where it's going to go from solar to this, and then it's going to go to arc and solar. And eventually solar is not going to be an option, which means my 2 out of my 3 mains that are solar are going to be basically pointless, which is not going to feel good. And I'm basically going to go, I think it's like a week. Yeah, like a full, it's daily. I'm going to miss like a whole day or 2, and potentially even a week, depending on how big this, like, you know, and this is solar for basically all of it. So if solar's not included for a full week, yikes, that's not going to feel good. So now I need to figure out who I want to main based off their elements, which again, I think a lot of people knew up front that would be the best way. But again, if it's not the players that you want to play, then you don't want to invest in them. So that's one thing that is a massive, 2 things so far. So we talked about basic rewards not being enough. We talked about the cost of upgrading your heroes and the punishment you feel when a new hero comes to the game if you want to play them. All right. Now, what else? Overall power, right? So I alluded to this a little bit. We talked about Acclaim. Overall power is so hard to progress. So my Tan2 is 62,918. So I am 1,082 power away from getting him gold, right? Which is going to feel awesome. And it looks like that might be the cap. I don't know. I didn't play the beta or the alpha, so I'm not sure if gold is it and then wait to get more people to gold. I have no idea. We'll find out very soon though. But again, if you look at, like, I'm so close to getting my weapon as high as I can go, and it's telling me that my my artifact is what is holding me back. So, okay, fine. Let's go to the weapon. What did I have to do this? This is the crazy part. This is what's going to blow a lot of free-to-play players' minds. If I go back to my Tan2 and I show you my weapons. So I had to get God rolls. Okay, I had to get God roll of my primary scout rifle, the total lockdown. I had to get exotic mods on all 3 slots, which, by the way, the recommendation to increase my power for my weapon is to get this to level 8, which I can't do until I hit Acclaim level 20, which I can't do until I get enough power. So I need more Acclaim levels to increase my power, is your recommendation, but I can't because I don't have that Acclaim level. What? So there's that, and that's just my main weapon or primary weapon. If you go to my sniper rifle, this is where I think a lot of people, if you didn't either A, know, or B, plan for this, a lot of people are going to get slowed down by this. So you can see my total power on my Borealis is 9,530. So it's actually higher than my perfect roll mythic with basically everything maxed out in terms of my enhancement, my gear level, the traits being all mythic and exotic mods. Okay. So it's actually higher power. And what did I have to do that? Bruh. Hold on. Let me move myself out of the way. So I had to get the 1 catalyst, right? I had to upgrade 2 of these, and then I get a second catalyst, which I had to get a second Borealis, which means I did have to use on the 14-day login. I did pick the Borealis as an upgrade, and that gave me 1,000 power. You can see right here. Oh, I'm in the way again. Man, I can't get out of the way to save my life. So each of these catalysts was 1,000 power, and these catalyst boost are only 400 power. So I can still, oh my God, I'm in the way again. So come Monday, I can easily farm for these and get another 400 power. And then I can do it this is going to be just a sheer chance because this is just a ridiculous item to try to farm for. So the only way of getting this is Legendary Campaign. I need one of them, the Superposed Photon. It is a 1.5% drop chance. Bruh. 1.5% drop chance. And I'm pretty sure that's with Pinnacle rewards. Yeah, that's not basic rewards. I have to use my Pinnacle energy at a chance of getting this in order to upgrade my exotic. Dude, as a free-to-play, that does not feel worth at all. All right, so there's that. So then, again, not many people, I think, would have gotten 2 of the same exotics from the 7-day and 14-day login because you were probably balancing your exotics. So you had more exotics across multiple heroes, which you needed to get to this point. So that's where I think a lot of people are getting frustrated. Okay, so that's my rant in terms of what is going wrong. Now, what can we do to fix it? Okay, so the very first update that came to the game, we had a patch note that said that they were boosting the base rewards for all events, just across the board. And especially, this is another one I forgot that's frustrating people, is that we realize farming Singularity Chaos with the basic rewards, while you do get a 2.4% chance or whatever it is based off your reward level, it turns out this is actually giving people low. Oh, I'm in the way. Damn, bro. Turns out if you use your basic rewards to farm for these exotic artifacts, too many words, bro. Yeah, your exotic artifacts, they're dropping at the lowest possible power. So you actually would have to use your Pinnacle reward in order to get them at a higher power level, or spend basically what you would grind of these essences to upgrade them to get a high enough power. But so I think, again, going back, now we're not complaining, we're trying to fix it. I think we need to review either Pinnacle, not purchasability. I don't want to make it pay to win, but I do, because I mean, there's part of it that's pay to win already. I think you can buy Pinnacle in the store. I never do that. It's not the best use of your resources, but make it farmable where there is other avenues of getting more Pinnacle energy, or just increase the base rewards. Like you said you did originally, just upgrade them so there is a grindable way to play your game. Because a lot of people now, I took a day off because I'm sick. I'm still very nasal if you can't tell, but a lot of people are basically just taking the day off until they get more Pinnacle, because in order to get a chance at major upgrades, in order to get a chance at upgrading from, your sub main heroes to get to where they need to be, you have to use Pinnacle. And so it doesn't feel good when there are specific daily and weekly rewards that you're going to want to do to get a higher chance at getting those exotic anythings, whether it be weapons, artifacts, or anything else, that you need to do that in order to get those chances, but you should be using it on your upgrade material. It feels very punishing. So increase the basic rewards, give players an avenue of grinding, or at least a higher chance at grinding for upgrade materials that you need. So that way, again, if you go back to the game here, give us more chances, especially I'll go back to the strike as a specific example. So if we go to, casual, no, where am I? I'm chalked. Gauntlet ops. So if we go to Blitz, let's just say Blitz. So if you look at the Blitz options, I'm missing all of my upgrades. Give me at least a chance at getting almost all of the same things. Again, I'm not saying making a guaranteed Mythic Infusion core at the basic rewards, but a chance at it dropping. So that way, if I want to sit here and grind your game, I can grind it and still get a chance at dropping the upgrade material that I need. The same with these, right? The Weapon Luminate Choice Chest, you make it a chance of it dropping at the basic level. So that way, I can grind and grind and grind my either blitzes, my strikes, or whatever I need to upgrade my heroes and play your game, but without a guaranteed chance. Like, make it always where Pinnacle reward is the best way, and a guaranteed way like it is now, of getting more, but still make it a chance. And I don't know what the percent is. I won't suggest it because I don't have enough data to give a relevant number, but give it a percent chance of dropping. I think that small change, I think, would really go a long way with the player base. And again, get us back to the honeymoon phase of Destiny Rising. I am still absolutely loving this game, guys. I am loving sharing this content with you. I am loving, again, learning the game with you. But there are a lot of people frustrated. So I did want to bring this to everyone's attention. And again, I am still grinding the game almost every day as long as I'm not dying from whatever head cold I had. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the content and Destiny Rising as well. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys think would be a really good suggestion for the developers. And I'll pin the comment and or just maybe organize a list and maybe make another video to talk about it. So let me know in the comment section below what other comments you think that would really help the game improve and maybe get away from some of these frustrations that people are now starting to run into. Let me know what you think in the the comment section below, guys. Absolutely love all of you. Thank you for your continued support, and I hope to see you in a video very, very soon. See you later. Bye.